In the heart of Enugu, a land rich with history, tradition, and stories that have been passed down through generations, there lies a quiet little village called Udenu. It's a place where everyone knows everyone, where the days are peaceful, and the nights, well, the nights are a different story altogether. For years, whispers have haunted this village, rumors of a spirit that lurks when darkness falls. They say it's the spirit of Ekwensu, a name that sends shivers down the spines of even the bravest villagers. A spirit known for its cunning and cruelty, said to prey on those who dare to step out after midnight. And so, the villagers have lived in fear, bound by an unspoken rule: once the clock strikes 12, no one leaves their homes. No one dares to risk losing themselves, or worse, disappearing without a trace, swallowed by the shadows of the night. But as with all stories, there's always one who refuses to believe the fear, one who thinks they can outsmart the darkness. This is the story of Ada, a young girl from Udenu, whose life took a turn that will leave her family desperate and the entire village questioning everything they thought they knew about the spirit that haunts their land. It all began when people started going missing. One by one, villagers who dared to stay out past midnight simply vanished. No trace, no cry for help, just gone. The elders spoke in hushed tones, blaming Ekwensu, the ancient spirit believed to have awakened from its slumber, hungry and seeking vengeance. Among the villagers, fears grew thick like the harmattan haze. Mothers warned their children, elders warned the youth, stay inside once it's 12 o'clock, or you might never come back. Ada was a young girl, full of life, with a heart brave enough to challenge the fears of her people. Her best friend, Ngozi, was lively, always looking for the next adventure, and tonight was no different. Ngozi came rushing into Ada's small, humble home one afternoon, excitement shining in her eyes. "Ada, I need your help," she said. "I'm going out tonight, and I want to look good for Emmanuel. You know how he loves my curves. Can I borrow some of your dresses?" Ada replied, "Of course, Ngozi. Just pick what you want. Be careful tonight, okay? Remember what the elders say." "I will. I'll be back before midnight. Don't worry," said Ngozi. Little did Ada know that those words would become the last thing she heard from her friend, at least, for a while. As night fell and the village sank into an uneasy silence, the clock ticked toward midnight. In Udenu, the air grew thick with anticipation and fear. The villagers knew the story: those who dared to step out after 12 never returned. But Ada's mind was restless. She had a feeling, an instinct, that her friend Ngozi was just outside her window, calling her. And then, she heard it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Voice, whispering from outside, "Ada! Ada!" Her heart pounding, Ada thought it was Ngozi, maybe in trouble, needing her help. She looked out her window, saw nothing but shadows, and then, in her naivety, she believed her friend was calling her. Thinking it was just a prank, she grabbed her wrapper, opened the door, and stepped outside. And that was the last time Ada was seen alive. The following morning, the village awoke to a terrible silence. Ada's family searched everywhere, her mother crying, her father's voice trembling with fear. Ada's mother, where could she have gone? She's just a girl. She shouldn't have gone out last night. The spirit, it took her, I know it did. But no one really knew what had happened that night. Only Ada knew that she had followed the call, that she had stepped into the shadows, and that she had become a part of the village's dark legend. Determined to find their daughter, Ada's family and the village elders embarked on a search. They combed the forest, calling her name, praying for her return. But as days turned into weeks, hope waned. Chijioke, a young man involved in the search, said, "We can't just sit here and do nothing. We need to find her. She's out there, I know she is." Namdi, the village elder, said, "Sometimes, the spirits test us." Ada was not just any girl. She was chosen for a reason. We must trust that she will find her way back. If she's truly the one meant to confront Ekwensu. And so, the villagers whispered of Ada's mysterious disappearance. Some believed she was dead, taken by the spirit. But others believed she was special, destined for a greater purpose. The elders said she was the chosen one, a girl whose spirit was stronger than the darkness. It was said that Ekwensu, the spirit of chaos and destruction, only spared the one who was truly brave, who carried the light within them. Weeks later, under the same full moon that had witnessed her last steps outside her home, Ada returned. She appeared in the village square, trembling but alive. The villagers gathered around, stunned and hopeful. No one knew exactly what she had gone through, what she had seen or heard. But one thing was clear, Ada was no longer just a girl from Udenu. She had become something more. The elders, wise and knowing, looked at her with reverence. They whispered among themselves that Ada's journey was part of a divine plan. Some said Ada was destined to face Ekwensu. She was the one the spirits had chosen. And now, she has returned, not just as a girl, but as a symbol of hope and courage. When Ada was asked what transpired between her and Ekwensu, she said, "I stepped outside my room that night, with my heart pounding, eyes wide with a mixture of fear and resolve. Then, I saw a swirling mass of darkness, eyes glowing with malice, teeth like shards of broken glass. The spirit's voice echoed like thunder, threatening, taunting, trying to break my spirit. The voice of the spirit echoed, 'You dare to challenge me, little girl. You are nothing but a flicker in the vast darkness. Turn back now, or be consumed.' But Ada, standing tall and fearless, responded with a voice steady and unwavering. 'I may be small, but my heart is strong. I am not afraid of you. I came to end your reign of terror over my people.' In that moment, a fierce battle of wills ensued, light versus darkness, courage versus fear. Ada's spirit shone brighter than ever, illuminating the night, forcing the shadow to recoil. The spirit roared in frustration, trying to overpower her, but Ada's belief in herself and her people was stronger. She called upon her ancestors, her courage, and the hope of her village, channeling a divine strength that the spirit could not withstand. With one final burst of light, Ada broke through the darkness, forcing Ekwensu to fade into the shadows, defeated. She returned to her village forever changed, carrying the weight of her victory and the hope she had ignited. Because Ada dared to go out that night, something changed forever in Udenu. She became more than just a girl who disappeared into the shadows, she became a symbol of hope. Her bravery shattered the curse that kept the villagers trembling in fear. No longer were they prisoners of the unknown. No more whispers of Ekwensu's terror. Ada had broken the chains of darkness, she had set them free. Today, the villagers no longer fear the night. They tell stories under the moonlight, dance freely, and their children grow up knowing that even in the deepest darkness, there is always a spark of hope. To this day, they still talk about Ada, the girl who refused to bow to fear, who stepped outside into the unknown and brought light back to their lives. Her story lives on, a testament to courage, faith, and the power of one brave heart to change the world. In Udenu, her name is whispered with reverence, Ada, the girl who brought hope to her village.